I'm back. I know you're also back. Thank you, thank you. Hii lip balm mnaiona? Nilibaingi, ilikuwa kwa mafuta ya Nivea. It was an offer like an year ago. Na unaona haishi. Nataka ishe ndio ni buy Nivea nyingine yenye iko na offer. But anywho, anywho, I just nimeka hivi nikakumbuka this time when I was in high school. High school. Yani high school, mi hata naweza act movie ya high school, my high school experience. Moja inaweza kuwa tu movie for real. When I was in high school, there was this time that time I was in form 4 still. Oh, I was in form 3. Na kulikuwa, I think it was 2016. It was 2016. You can do your maths. Saizi mko busy tu hapo na kalamu. Kama alimaliza form 4 2016. Kama alimaliza form 4 2017. Alimaliza akiwa. And now let me tell you. Do your mathematics. Hakuna mtu wa mathematics hapa. Anyway, when I was in form 3, it was that period when schools used to strike so much. They used to strike. Like mnaamka leo and then mnasikia sijui news zilikuwa zinatokanga wapi na tulikuwa boda si wote. Mnakaa hivi mnasikia shule fulani imestrike like for a week 2 schools are on strike. Na pia tukiwatch news tunaona shule zimenini, watu wamechoma shule. Tulikuwa tunawatching news hiyo shule. Ni kitambo, but kulikuwa tu na information na rumors ati kuna shule zimestrike. So me I was not a ringleader or anything, but we were not even, I was not even planning to strike because unajua sasa mkistrike, mna strike and then hakuna kitu ita change. Actually mtaongezewa tu time ya kukaa shule na exam hata ndio zitakuwa ngumu. That time watu walikuwa na strike juu ya mock exam, ati exam ni ngumu sana, sasa mna strike. So that time I was not even in the mood of striking or anything, but there were rumors everywhere that there are people planning to strike, to burn the dorms, blah, blah, blah. I was not interested, so I didn't know anything about it. So there's this one night, I was just asleep. We were asleep like the whole school. It was in the night, like not Sunday tulikuwa tunatoka prep. It was like 3 in the night. And now I had those kind of people who I don't sleep like dead. I'll hear things going on. At first I'll think I'm dreaming, and then now zikiprolong, that's when I wake up. So mi nasikia tu watu wakitembea dom. Kuna movements, kuna watu wanaongea nashindwa what's going on. So I woke up. Waking up, I sat down on my bed. Watu wakaanza kuongea. I'm hearing people say, kuna kiberiti imepatikana. There's some 5-liter bottle imepatikana, it had petrol in it. Blah, blah, blah. Two story mob. Now I was concerned. Ni nini inaendelea? So nikashuka kwa bed, nikaenda to a girl. You know the way in school you always had mother dorms. I don't know what you used to call them in your school, like that form 4 who used to take care of you when you were common, or she was a form 3, you are a form 1, you know. So I went to my mother dorm. I went and asked her, nini mbaya, what's going on? She told me kuna watu wanapanga kuchoma dorm na they have already poured petrol around. Now it got serious. Sasa watu wakaanza kuamka. So we talked, tukaongea hapo, akaniambia sasa lakini deputy, the head girl has gone to the deputy's place because she was in the teacher's quarter. So in like 5 minutes the principal and the deputy came. We were told to go to class. We went to class. I think they discussed uko nje nini. They called us. The principal called us in the hall. Kutuita hall, akaanza kutuongelesha. She talked to us. She told us, don't say go with the peer pressure. Even if mnasikia watu. Yani she was just calm the whole time. She was just calm. So she talked to us, nini. Now they started investigating on who did that, who wanted to ban us in the dorm. Imagine tulikufia your dorm. So kukapatikana ma form 2 kadhaa nini speculations. Form 2s, no form 3 was involved, no form 4 was involved. Form 2s and form 1s. The audacity. The audacity. You're not even in this school for 1 year and you want to ban us. And that dorm, hiyo dorm ilikuwa kubwa. It used to be called Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart had how many students? Almost 200. I'm serious. Like Sacred Heart, it was a very long dorm. I don't know how long it was, how many meters. But if I just calculate in my head, it was twice. Just imagine your dining hall. Nini, the school you went to, the dining hall. Bigger than that. Twice. It was twice that. It was so big. And then now you know the beds on this side, beds on this side, and beds in the middle. And it's beds, and it's not at one bed, at one bed. It was a double decker. So it was, if we were 100 students sleeping on the down beds, we were 200 of us. Whatever number you are thinking times 2. All those students wanted to be burnt in the dorm. So the principal talked to us. So we went, she told us, no, because your dorm now has petrol all over, you cannot go back to the dorm, so you can sleep in the class, and then when it's in the morning, you go take a shower. And me, that I don't know what happened in between there, but what I remember very well is she called us on the parade, and she was like, home you want, home you go. It was I think they wanted to burn the dorm on Friday. So on Saturday, she called us to the parade. You know, on Saturday it was our day. Si tulikuwa naitanga siku yetu. Saturday it was our day. Like you dress like how you want, but isikuwe tena sana. You just, but kuna time mwalimu teacher Onditi alikuwa anaamka tu hivi anafikiria anaitisha hizo hood zote zenye mko nazo anakata into pieces when she's not okay. So everybody used to dress like they wanted. So we were called for the parade, and she told us, home you want, home you go. She was very angry. And our principal didn't have any facial expression. It was our deputy who used to facial express her. The principal is talking in the parade. She's not having facial expression, like she's just talking in a straight face. But the deputy is there, very busy. Yeah, you can see, Yani. I know you're getting. The principal is talking, but the deputy is the facial expressioner. So she called us, and she was so angry. And this day she had facial expression. She told us, home you want, home you go. Tukaambiwa, and then if you don't, I'm telling you, we were, sijui nitawaambia aje ndio mshike. Tuliingia dorm like seconds. Unaenda unafunga box, unavaa kama ni slippers, unavaa. Some of us were happy, some of us were sad, but who was not happy? And you're going home. So we went home like for like for a week or something, a week. And then our parents were sent messages that we should go back to school. Now here is the story. Go back to school fully dressed from head to toe in the school uniform, not fully dressed with your home clothes, not fully dressed with your PE kits, fully dressed with the school uniform. Mtu tu mwenye alikuwa amezama kuvaa weekend. Anyway, venye tu anataka, mimi nakuanga tu very, I think, sijui, but niko tu, I like being presentable. So mimi nilikuwa na uniform kabisa kutoka kichwa hadi miguu hadi viatu. Sasa message imetumwa, don't go wearing anything that's not school uniform. Blouse, tie, sweater, blazer, jumper, skirt, full school uniform. Kuna mtu alitoka na PE kits, kuna mtu alitoka na bluma, kuna mtu alitoka na wrap skirt, kuna mtu alitoka na Crocs hazifanani. The principal didn't want to know. Ulikuwa unakuja unafika hapo kwa gate. Now sasa the day came and we were supposed now to go back to school. We went. I was taken to school. I was very neat that day. I was even wearing socks. Like those long socks. I used to put on those too short to socks. That day I was even wearing socks. We went, I qualified, I entered. When you're okay with the school uniform, you just enter the gate and then your parent goes. Sasa mimi I qualified, I entered. Sasa wenye walikuwa wamebaki hapo, wenye hawakuwa na school uniform, mtu anakuja ati you are wearing a wrap skirt and but you are clean. The principal was saying no. Let me tell you, Mama Margaret, you have to go back with Margaret because there's no way we can allow her in school. The parents who their students or who their kids were wearing like PE kits or anything, they were taken back home unless you buy uniform. Kwanza kulikuwa na uniform una buy there and then kwa gate una buy uniform. Wenye walibai, wenye walienda home walienda, wenye tuliingia juu tu dress poa tukaingia. Sasa kuingia, that was not the end of the story. Tukaingia tukapata hapo hivyo there were policemen with these sniffing dogs, these very big dogs. They were there and very many people were back. No, it was the whole school. Very many people were back. Na watu walikuwa wamequalify, wenye kwamba hiyo uniform wameingia. See, we need. Upon entering the gate, we were given questionnaires. I have a very creepy neighbor. The other day he was on my roof. Nini mbaya unafanya kwa mabati yangu? Anywho, upon entering, you're being given questionnaires. So you were handed over questionnaires. Oh, it was like 3 pages. And the first question was your name, and your personal information. And then the questions were, I remember one of the questions was, Ati, who was the last person to sleep? Did you write this questionnaire in your right mind? Because if I saw the last person to sleep, see, I was the last person to sleep. Kama mimi najua mtu wa mwisho kulala alikuwa nani, si basi ni mimi nilikuwa mtu wa mwisho kulala. Ati, who are you? Who did you ever see with a phone in school? Who was the ringleader? Blah blah blah. Sasa you don't know, you don't have any of this information, so we were just guessing names. Sisi wajanja, we guessed the names raka. When you guess, they were very. I think all teachers were there. They were all having seats. Ukimaliza unapeleka. Sasa sisi wajanja tulikuwa tunapelekea ule mwalimu msoft, that soft teacher. So we used to take them. We finished. Why am I even using we? I finished doing answering my questionnaire, and I took the paper to a certain teacher who used to like me because I was almost her best student. So I took to her, she talked to me, she told me, we are being strict because we were misbehaving. I know Form 4s, Form 3s you were not involved, but then the Form 2s were misbehaving. No. She checked my questionnaire and I went. So when I went, now it became now more strict. Mimi nika qualify nikakaa huko kwa field. Now we are just looking at what is happening. Pia kulikuwa na wengine class, but me I opted to stay. But I opted to stay in the field. So I went to the field. I was just sitting there. Sasa it got serious. If you take your questionnaire to a strict teacher, anakuangalia na kuuliza which name, people were guessing names because now who will you say was the ringleader? Who will you say had a phone? Who will you say? And you're not supposed to leave a blank space or answer. I don't know. You were supposed to give an answer. I don't know anything about it. I was not even aware there was a strike being organized. I was not even aware. So how do you expect me to answer? So people answered, I don't know. And it got serious. When you take your questionnaire and you've answered your questions rudely, I don't know if that applies, but you've answered your questions just the way you want to answer, when you wataka tu kujibu, you are being beaten and given another questionnaire. People were beaten. That day I survived. People were beaten. I remember there's a girl who came to me and asked me, what have you written? Because we were, okay, we mixed because maybe mtu anaenda lu anakuja anakupata kwa field anakuuliza ni nini, how have you answered nini. I told her mimi nimeanswer na nimepeleka the so and teacher so and so, miss so and so. So watu wakapigwa that day. And then after hapo sasa the school, sasa when we resumed we were given an exam. Tena ukifail exam unapigwa. The teachers were so angry. Unapigwa. We did that exam, and now they from first did their mock because they were striking because of the mock. They did their mocks. And then the girl who was planning, there were like two girls who were planning for burning. There were two girls from the area, like the school. It was in Kirinyaga, so those girls were from Kirinyaga, and they had contact. They were contacting people outside the school. That's how they got the petrol. Afterwards, not gonna join the story zote. That's how they got the petrol. The people who were the ringleaders, the people who were told that they were ringleaders, some of them were expelled, some of them were sent home and come back. They were told to come back with their parents. The ones who were expelled, obviously, they never came back to school. Yeah, and there was this day we were going for a function in school, and then we met the girl who wanted to burn us in the dorm. Now she was in a day school around that area. I was wondering, you wanted to burn us in the dorm, and then, yani, you knew you don't have any other. Do people even think of consequences that are going to come? We met her. I can't remember her name. She had a very heavy name, a very thick name. I can't remember her name. So we talked to her. We asked her what was wrong. She just said even now she never knew what she was doing. It was just peer pressure, and she was in form 2. She was confused. But I always try to imagine if that dome was burned, very many people would have died. You, it was almost over 250 people sleeping in that dome, and only smoke. First, they were supposed to burn the dome when you were asleep. Only smoke could choke us to death. That school was full of drama. We resumed school. We did the exam. We went home. The teachers were very strict. They were beating us recklessly everywhere, anywhere. So I always wonder, what if we burnt in that dorm? But anyway, I'm just thinking of things I'm not supposed to think of. But that year was a very bad year. People were burning dorms, and they were doing anything and everything just because at the exams are hard. At the mock exams are hard. They're supposed to be easier or cancelled. I wish I owned a gun. Come on, gone. Hivyo tu like and we forget about you. Sasa mnafanya aje vitu za kufala kama hizo ati because the exam is hard. I've never even been that close to those sniffing dogs. That day I saw sniffing dogs, the big ones that they always used on functions that the president is coming. Those big dogs were there. Anyway, check out for my next video because I know it will be interesting, more interesting than this one. I know, I believe, because zile story nakuanga nazo hapo kwenye nimefika ni God. Bye. Today I'm wearing my uniform. If you've watched my first videos, you know why I'm calling this one a uniform. Doodles. Bye. Bye. Bye.